Let us continue. Now we introduce one equation from page number 4. Other pages will continue next time. Page number 4, we want to introduce one equation, that is Coulomb's law. The idea is, I am having two charges. One is, let us say, Q1, positive or negative. Another one is Q2, positive or negative. Let me take both are positive. Separated by some distance r, distance can be r or d. They are placed in air. It can be in air or vacuum. Question comes, what happens in medium? That we will see in the next section. Let me just introduce that basic equation. So, if the size of the charge is small compared to the distance between them, we call it as a point charge. So, what is a point charge? Point charge is a charge whose size is small compared to the distance between distance. In this case, example, I give some charge to this writing pen. I can say it cannot be a point charge because size is so small, not small. The 2 point, it can be both positive, it can be both negative, maybe one positive, one negative. It is observed the two will be repelling each other. The force between the two is found to be acting along the line. This is the line joining the two. The force will be acting along the line joining the two. The force may be F. Here also it will experience the same equal and opposite force acting along the line. The force will be F. So what is the situation? Two charges whose sizes are small, we say point charges, separated by a distance r. Any notation we can use in air or vacuum. Other medium, slight modification that we will see after the introducing the equation. It is observed that the force between the two, F, is proportional to Q1, Q2. Q1 is the magnitude of one charge, Q2 is the magnitude of the other charge. It is proportional to product of the charges. It is inversely proportional to, I write 1 upon r square. So what are the two properties? The force is proportional to the product of the charges. Also it is inversely proportional to square of the distance. That means if the charges are more, force will be more. If the distance is less, they are very close, then the force will be more. The distance is large, r is large, r square will be still larger, force will be less. Force will be less. Then the force acts along the line joining the two. Let me combine both of them. Equation comes F proportional to Q1, Q2 upon R square. I can introduce a constant of proportionality. F equal to some constant K into Q1, Q2 upon R square. This, if I put it in a sentence, I can say that is a statement of what we call Coulomb's law. Then what is going to be the value of K? K is a constant. It is found to be 1 upon 4 pi. One constant comes. We write the letter E, that is charge of electron, small e. This is the, I write capital E. There is a D letter. We write slightly modified form of E. We write almost like this. We call it as epsilon. What is that? Epsilon. I put a note here or a 0 here. Epsilon 0. Epsilon 0. So, the force is constant is going to be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. I will introduce what it is. It is a constant epsilon. I put a note there, epsilon naught or epsilon 0. It is a constant. Its value is by found to be, that we will introduce the details in the later section, found to be 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. How we got it, when we got it, background we will come across in the later part of the chapter. Let us introduce. Then what is the name of that? The name is a particular name. We call it as permittivity of free space. Permit, we know, permit to move, permit to jump, etc. Permittivity of free space. What is free space? That means vacuum, we call it as free space. Then our equation finally comes F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 upon R square. We have to understand the equation, remember the equation, by heart the equation. Whichever equations we want for the exam point of view, for doing the problems, we will be putting it in a rectangular box. So this is the first major equation of the chapter. F is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 upon R square. Let us see, can we put it in a sentence? Before that, can we understand what are the terms? Definitely, I hope you are able to understand. F is the force between the charges. Unit of force is Newton. Q1 and Q2 are going to be the charges. Unit of charge is Coulomb. If you write it as C, distance R, unit is going to be meter. So, and epsilon 0, a constant. And the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, what is the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0? Is going to be 9 into 10 raised to 9 SI units. What are SI units? Everybody knows. That means the length must be a distance and length must be in meter. The mass must be in kilogram and the time must be in seconds. We usually say MKA system, meter, kilogram, seconds. This equation we want to remember. So let me see what we want for the exam point of view is state Coulomb's law and write down the expression for that. Statement is put in bold letters in our notes. Page number 4, the first paragraph, we have put the statement in bold letters. The charges are at rest, so we call it as electrostatics. Statics means what? At rest. Dynamic means what? Moving. Electrostatics means study of electric charges at rest. So we say the electrostatic force between 2 point charges is directly proportional to product of the charges and inversely proportional to square of distance between the two charges, and it acts along the line joining the charges. Now for the exam point of view, it depends on the medium also. That part we will continue next time. So today our idea was just to introduce one equation and just revise that, introduce the chapter. After reaching home, you just, after getting your notes, what you do, go through the notes, what you do, just open the page number 1, read through once. There is nothing asked for the exam point of view, but we must know it. And page number 2, I must know statement of the law and equation. What you must do, go through it, understand. If some clarity is there, something is not clear, mark with pencil. When we are going to meet personally, when we start the classes, then we will be explaining the terms. For how to prepare, what to prepare. What you must do is, you should have a separate book, 200 pages, preferably long book for physics now, till we start the class. So you just read through it once or twice, understand the things and write 2 things. The main things, statement of Coulomb's law and the equation 2 times on the first page, write the date. I will put up that message in the WhatsApp, what to do with that. So to make sure that you are doing something today only. Things, study of physics is easy provided you do little by little every day. We are making a small start, introduce that, we stop today's program. Otherwise, we want to get used to each other. Thanks, go through it and then give us the feedback.